Yeah. All right, we live right now.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Latah Shem Yahweh Shah. This is ISUPK Detroit's Brutally Honest Radio and Internet Show featuring Officer of 5,000, Quadash the Bar, and I'm sitting in as a sidekick, Officer of 1,000, Mashah. Shalom, Alawan.
Shalom. It's the mighty officer of 1,000, Mashai in the building. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready to go over a few heavy stories. Getting ready to go over a few heavy stories for Brutally Honest. So y'all make sure y'all tune in because a lot of the information that we giving y'all gonna thank us for it at the end of the day. You're gonna thank us for this information that we giving you at the end of the day.
That's right.
Y'all might see me say something, you might see me say something that is controversial. It might hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, it's for the benefit of our people. So we could go ahead and get into it. I think I'll show you a couple stories, Michelle. Before we get into yours, let me show you one right here, right? Because I got a couple stories I wanted to show you. Let me see. See if I could get it. I'm gonna share this screen. Check this out. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna play it.
Comic-Con.
I've been with Jamal 3 years.
Can you hear that?
A little, barely. Let me turn my mic up here, see if it gets louder.
That is TBI. And one thing for sure is, before that man got his TBI, he loved the ground that I walked on. Like, there's nothing I could ask for. There's nothing that didn't get handled.
Now, this is a woman that the title of the video is saying that, you know, this woman no longer wants to be with her husband, or let me see if I can rewind this back. It's saying she no longer wants to be with the man she been with, now that he's sick and disabled or in the hospital, basically. I'm trying to get the title, but I can't get it, but let me see. Yeah, it's saying she no longer want to be with him. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear it?
I can bear. It's real low.
It's not saying anything right now. I'm about to play it again.
Nothing. But, you know, after his injury, a lot of things have changed, you know. And we sit online and we talk about, you know, what's the same and, you know, what's different. But we're always like talking about personality and stuff. But the whole thing about it is I stayed. I loved him through it. I do love him through it. When he couldn't talk, when he couldn't walk, I stayed because that's unconditional love, you know.
Hold on. Could you hear any of that?
I don't know. It's real low, but I could hear.
All right, don't worry about it. She said she stayed because it's unconditional love. I'm going to give you the title of the video. It says, woman says she no longer wants to be in relationship with her child's father after years of caring for him, following him getting shot in the head. Now, this brother done got shot in the head. He's in the hospital. She done been taking care of him, doing this, doing that. And the ignorant words that comes out of her mouth is saying, I stayed. That was unconditional love. I stayed. That was unconditional love. Unconditional love don't stop. That's what she don't understand.
I stayed because that's unconditional love.
I stayed because that's unconditional love. Let me see what the comments say before we get in it and I get your opinion, because I know you probably going I don't even want to watch the rest of the video. It's disgusting. It says Jamal sitting there with a big ass head full of fluid needing drained, eat through a straw ass street nigga motherfucker. I don't know what the hell that means.
Right.
It's asking for too much. You don't shoot him, so why should you have to suffer? You didn't shoot him, so why should you have to suffer? Fuck that marriage BS. It's sickness and health phrase. Marriage is BS anyway. Damn, this how you know the world is wicked as fuck. It's people that's damn near backing this woman up, and these sound like men. It says, motherfucker, you only live once. Don't let his end become yours. Damn.
If I could, I'd want Bible shot.
Go ahead.
Now these are the same folks that tell you to get a high value man. Your only reason to get a man is for what he can provide, protect. What did it say? Provide and protect, right?
Right.
So while he was providing and while he was protecting, he ended up taking the bullet in the head, right? And now she just want to kick him to the curb. That is the teaching, that is the influence, I'm gonna say, of the Christian church.
Man, there's some way this stuff way wicked than I see. It's like you say, a high value man. She picked this nigga for the money he was given. Let's say he was a drug dealer. I don't know his background. Let's say she picked him because he was making fast money. Because a lot of times that's what women do. They pick you because you either simping it out, giving them a lot of money, or you getting fast money that you don't even care about and you able to give it to them. Exactly. So let's say he was giving her fast money. Don't you know fast money comes with stuff like this? If you pick a man because he giving you drug money, then take them drug shots that he getting ready to get. Take care of him when he gets shot. But guess what? This goes back to you being a damn criminal in the Lord's eyes.
That's
You're
right.
not going to get taken care of when you get shot. The Lord not going to give you drug dealing niggas virtuous wives because you're not a damn virtuous husband. You a damn criminal. So I don't know what that brother background was, but I'm going off into what happens to a lot of brothers that sell drugs and give these women the lifestyle that they want, giving them money, doing all this nonsense that they haven't even earned. You can tell she ain't earned it because the minute he got into a bad situation, she out of the door.
She's gone.
That's crazy. And then the people backing her up and making her, like, look at these damn comments. I'm about to go back into the comment section.
Yeah, those comments are crazy, Adawan. Those comments are absolutely crazy.
I'm about to go back into the comment section. Watch this. So it's another dude that says, no cognitive function. He can't talk, walk, or eat on his own. You don't really have a choice but to move on. You still love that person, but tending to them like a baby for the rest of their life is too much to ask. God damn.
That's terrible.
The other one says most bitches today ain't worth shit. When times get hard, they run. My second baby mama ran. She realized she wasn't going to get the stay-at-home lifestyle that she wanted out of me. She ran right back to a white simp. She ran to a white man.
He said she ran back?
Yeah, ran back to him.
Oh my goodness.
Then somebody got in the comment section that says you're mad that she had standards. Damn.
What standards?
Wait, she didn't because, hold on. Wait, she did it because she chose you. Anyway, you're mad that the white man could provide her with a lifestyle that you couldn't. That makes him a simp to you. Shaking my head.
Oh my goodness.
You hear this dumb junk?
Oh my goodness. You know, the scriptures say you cannot love two masters. You cannot love the Most High and Mammon. You see that? It sounds like we all caught up on the standards of America. And you know, the standards of America say you got to be able to stand on your wallet. That's the only standard that America has. See, if you got the money, then you can pretty much get away with it. That's the way it's been since, I'm going to say since the 70s. If you got the money, you pretty much can get away with whatever you're doing. You see, this bullet cut that brother's money off, and this sister say she you notice she got this soft baby voice going, right? You know it's something in the game when they got the soft baby voice going.
She's a deceptive creature.
Right,
she's talking in a motherly, oh, I love and I just love nature, talking in that tone, but really she a wicked, disgusting animal.
That's right.
You got to be careful when dealing with some of these women. You hear their voice and the motherly tone and think you're going to live happily ever after. She's going to dip out soon as a bill. I done heard women leave soon as rent wasn't due the first month of them moving in. Soon as they couldn't pay the rent for one damn month, all of a sudden she gone.
I've heard of that, and they choosing a man, and this is crazy. They're choosing a man according to a wallet. Let me ask this question to the people that are making the comments, and welcome for everybody that's in the chats. What if the roles was reversed? Would you say the same thing?
Oh yeah, they would be saying we was animals. If a woman gets sick and you like, man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. She just lost half of her body weight in the hospital. She ain't got no more booty. I'm gone.
Now what is right? What's gonna be the response if a brother decide to do the same thing that this sister's doing?
Matter of fact, it probably happens a lot. We ain't even gonna be biased. A woman get pregnant and gain some weight, these niggas start doing all kind of other shit.
I hear you.
I ain't gonna say that they necessarily leaving her.
There you go.
Hear of a nigga leaving a woman because she gained a little bit of weight. Niggas stay with the woman. He might cheat on her, might go get other woman, but he's still with her. She's leaving.
You know, I'm UPK all the way 10 toes down. He can't.
Oh, you heard that word I said, cheat.
Yeah, you know.
There's no such thing as cheating. Let me Mashad don't like that. So it's no such thing as cheating for a man, because men, we want our women no matter what. It don't matter. Now, you don't want to stay while I get other women. There's no such thing as cheating in the Bible.
Right.
The world has been practiced polygamy since the beginning of time. It only started ending when the Roman Catholic Church got in power, when the Romans got in power.
That's right.
Probably back to the Greeks, because they was some homosexual Edomites too. But for the rest of the world, we've been practicing polygamy.
That's not
even the first white man practiced polygamy. He went out and got two disgusting heathens that he wasn't supposed to get with.
Exactly.
He even practiced polygamy. Esau. You know, he got with a Hittite and some other nation I can't recall right now, but Yeah, he wasn't supposed to do. I think a Canaanite or something like that. A Hittite and a Canaanite.
I believe it was a Canaanite. I'm gonna pull it.
You ain't got to pull it.
Don't pull it.
If anybody has a question in it, we'll get up into it later. What you got to say about that, Michelle? You got any more?
It's just that it shows how, what's that that type of brainwashing, not brainwashing, but it's some type of syndrome that when your mind is changed by your captor, when you know
what, Stockholm syndrome.
That Stockholm syndrome, it shows that's what our people are suffering from. Our people are suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and the only reason an Israelite would do that to her husband is if her mind has been messed up by this United Snakes of America. You know what I'm saying?
This woman don't have love in her heart. When you go to, let's go to that scripture where it says she shall leave her family. I think that's in Deuteronomy 28 and 62.
I'm pulling it now, sir.
And then we could get up into the next story. Let me see. I'm going to take this story down.
Let's see what we got here. Deuteronomy. No, that's not it. Let's see where it's at. It's in Deuteronomy, I'm sure.
Hold on. It's in it's in Deuteronomy. Hold on. I'll get it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. Hold on.
Started back there.
I think it's 60.
Okay, let me check that.
Hold on. That's 56.
I don't want Khan. Right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband.
That's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said. The Bible said that her eye will be evil toward her husband. That was an evil thing. Number one, the reason why it was evil, not that he got shot. You're not supposed to leave your husband at all.
That's right. Marriage is for life.
Until he dies. And you ain't supposed to poison him. That's what
you want to make sure you throw that in there, right?
That's what a lot of women do. All right, I can't leave him until he's dead. Let me give him this soup.
Right.
No. You can't do that. So that was a very evil thing. Let's get into the next story. Michelle, you got one?
Khan. I don't want Khan.
Matter of fact, let me drop this one. I know you got yours. I'm going to just drop. I got about, 3 stories? I'm going to drop these on you, and then we're going to go into the politics.
Khan.
So you got another story right here where a woman was, inappropriately dressed at school as a teacher. Let me see.
Oh, I remember that one. I saw that one. The one when she was crying after she lost her job?
No, this might be a new story because this continuously keeps happening. So let me get this story. Here we go. I'm about to play it.
So I did not expect this video to go viral, but yes, this was my first day subbing.
Ooh. Now this is a substitute teacher.
Them boys ain't gonna get nothing done that day.
Yeah, they're not getting nothing done. Why would you go into school like that? This is not teacher attire. Like in every type of office that's in America, in every office or field, you have an attire to go with that office or field or job. If you are a firefighter, you got a firefighter's uniform. If you're a doctor, you got a doctor's uniform. People, and guess what? The people respect you because you have that uniform on.
That's right.
If you was to be a doctor with jeans and a t-shirt, ain't nobody gonna take you serious with their life. If you was to be a firefighter and you got t-shirt and jeans on, nobody gonna take you serious about putting out their fire. So a uniform comes with that job, not necessarily saying that we believe that you the most perfect person because you got a uniform on, but the uniform goes with that so that people can identify what you are. Right now, nobody could identify what she is because she looked like a street prostitute, but she actually a substitute teacher. Exactly. She looked like a prostitute, but really she a substitute.
So she confusing me because, like you said, Adawan, everybody has a uniform. What if I put on a Detroit police officer's uniform and then get mad when somebody come and say, "Excuse me, officer, can you help me?" I've confused the people. You see what I'm saying? This is what she wearing to school. The last thing anybody in there gonna ask her for is to learn something. You understand? They don't want to learn anything. They gonna watch her prance around the classroom, and she's gonna wonder why the kids don't have their minds on their lesson.
No, she gonna go to class and wonder why everybody getting all F's.
Exactly.
Wonder why nobody finished the assignment today.
Nobody.
Not even the damn girls.
Nobody finished the assignment.
They can't get attention from their boyfriends in class because she there.
Exactly. And really, they're supposed to be there to learn. So what is she teaching them when she walks into the classroom with that on?
She teaching young girls that you got to show your behind to feel comfortable. I could have wore a dress. That's what she's teaching. She's teaching more than she think.
Exactly.
She teaching way more than what she thinks she's teaching. She thinks she's teaching economics and geography. She's teaching low self-esteem. She's teaching young girls that I could have wore a dress and like other teachers, but I'm too insecure and stupid to wear these clothes because I'm going to feel like I'm nothing. So I got to show my body to kids.
And that's terrible. That's terrible.
I'm going to feel like I'm nothing in front of these young little boys. So I got to show my body in front of them. That is disgusting.
You're absolutely right. That does, in fact, show a preponderance of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. I don't know what grade she's teaching, you see. And then if she's teaching junior high or high school, she's going to send some young boy to jail because of her advertising.
Or send herself to jail for getting caught. You know, a lot of them teachers, they get caught sleeping with them young boys in the school.
That does
For
happen.
some reason, they're so stupid that they sleep with younger boys when the whole time we grew up in school, women was chasing older guys. Now, for some reason, it's time for her to show off in front of young children. Like this America is disgusting, and it's like it's no rules. It should be a dress code policy to come into a classroom.
That's true.
That's simple. It should be a damn dress code policy. That lets you know that the school system is destroyed and disgusting because they don't even have a damn dress code policy for teachers. But they'll make sure a student got a uniform shirt tucked in his underwear. But the teacher, yeah, they could go in and dress all kinds of ways in front of little boys.
That's right. And that's acceptable. That's acceptable. And what it is, I don't know. And I guess is their desire. I guess that's their pleasure. They're more, I look good. To me, I look good because I know now the men around or the boys around are looking at me. So that's the only way I can feel good about myself. What the hell is going on?
And then here go the even deeper part. She thinks she looks good, so nobody's gonna say anything. She thinks that everybody that look at her love her. That's another arrogance that's inside of her head. That's the arrogance that's inside of her head that, oh, ain't nobody gonna really say nothing. All I get is likes, laughs, and love. That's what she thinks, when really she gonna get a whole mouthful of dissatisfaction for going up in a damn classroom looking like this.
Exactly.
Let me finish playing the video.
I want Con.
I was a music teacher that day. Everything was pretty cool, pretty calm, collective. They were happy that I came to fill the position. My outfit was very casual. I was covered from the neck to my feet.
All right, hold on.
She
said her outfit was very casual. She was covered up from her neck to her feet. We're going to attack that in a minute. Let's keep going.
The haters call them get my mom. Neck to my feet. So for the haters, call them get my mom.
I don't know what the hell she said. So for the haters, come and get mama or something. All right. So number one, she said she was dressed very casual, covered up from her head to her feet. All right. You covered up from your head to your feet, but you're not covered up. You think you're covered? We could see how your body look. You're not covered up.
Absolutely.
She thinks she's covered, but she's not covered up.
Absolutely. And I'm not gonna give her that she think that she covered crap. She knows she's not covered. She know she looking in the mirror, Alawan. She looking in the mirror. And here's the problem. Everything is painted on. It's as if you don't have any clothes on in the first place. It's just painted on. Them pants are painted on. You see?
I had a woman tell me, that's a grandma dress. Like, that is stupid. You wouldn't wear it even if you was a grandma, dummy. A lot of women is old and they still wearing tight clothes.
I don't want
old hoes.
You can walk any place in America. The store, you can go in the grocery store, the corner store, you can go to the mall. I'm not even gonna say the gym. The gym don't even count. We're gonna give the gym a pass. But all these, you can walk in the church, in the Christian church, and you're wondering if this is a whole flow show. You see what I'm saying? Just by the way the women are dressed there. And they want the respect that a daughter of the Most High will get. You're not going to get that respect because you're embarrassing yourself. You're dishonoring yourself. You're dishonoring your father. You dishonoring the Most High. You dishonoring this nation because you want to dress like what you see in the movies. You want to dress like what you see in the movies. That's what you want to do. And then you come out here and you wondering what's wrong with these young boys out here in the street. What's wrong with these young men out here in the street? Well, he just walks up to me and just talk to me like I'm gonna go to bed with him right now. Well, that's the way you look. That's the way you look. You look like when you got up to put on, you decided to go get the watercolor set and just paint you a pair of pants on. What the hell?
Let's look at the comment section.
I want Con.
So here we go right here. It says 100 women versus accountability. You know, they've been talking about 100 men versus a damn ape. 100 women versus accountability. Accountability gonna whoop the hell out of all of them.
Yeah, because they have none.
It says another one, Enrique. This sounds like that dude off the Proud Boys. It's not like she can cover that no matter what she wears. Yes, it is. You got dresses with puffy bottoms on it where it covers up the shape of your body.
And if I could, either one,
go ahead.
This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this. They've been able to cover it up since Victorian time.
This is not like this. That's what these idiots don't understand. You just now seeing these women's body. Women been having these damn bodies for centuries.
That's right.
And they knew how to cover it up. They definitely knew how to cover it up. So this is nothing new. It's new to you because you just now seeing these women dressing like this, and you think she can't cover it up. It's plenty of ways for women to cover up their body. And guess what? You know who knows that? Us in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We got women. There's all shapes and sizes. Guess what? They wear dresses, and they cover it up.
They're not trying to entice anybody.
Yeah, they're not trying to show off. It's a difference between, even if she would have wore some damn baggy jeans, you know necessarily she's not trying to show off her body like that. She got a little bit of baggy jeans on, or she might have a certain type of dress that might be showing her body, but it's not intended to do that. These clothes she wearing were definitely intended to show her body. So it says the thighs mesh. All right, this dude talking about how her body is. Haitian women have some of the best bodies. Teachers shouldn't be showing off their bodacious booties off.
Was it somebody that said something about don't judge up there?
Yeah, he said, I'm taking it all off, don't judge. This is a man, a fool. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, sisters, this is for the sisters that happen to be listening. Look, you are more than a sex object. You have to see yourself as more than a sex object. And any other people, they do what they want to do. But you are more than this. You're more than just a tool, a piece of meat to be gawked at by men. And we're not saying you can't be fine. Our sisters are fine. But you have to see yourself as more. It's just some little sex object to be stared at and drooled over. If you have to have more respect for yourself. And if I could, I don't want to cut them short, but you know there's scripture that's covering everything we saying.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 9. 1 Timothy chapter 2, starting at verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Women got to wear modest apparel. See, let's look up the word modest. I'm going to get it. Modest. Go ahead. You can finish the scripture.
Not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
Let's get the modest definition, and we'll read it from the top. So it says, and where am I at? Oh, I'm on Google News. That's what the problem is. All right, so modest definition. So it says, unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities of achievement. It says self-effacing. These are similar. What's that damn word?
Synonyms.
Synonyms. So it says humble, shy, bashful, low key. That's a hood word right there. Low key. Self-conscious. Now that's a heavy word for somebody that's modest. Self-conscious. You're not self-conscious. You don't know what the hell people are thinking about you when you dress like that. You obviously not self-conscious. You're not humble, and you're not low-key or reserved. That's another word for modest. You're not reserved. You're not fearful either. That's another word for modest too. Fearful. A woman that is fearful and modest wouldn't even dress like that because she thinks she's gonna get kidnapped.
Exactly.
But when you just prideful as hell and you don't fear nothing because you're a strong black slut, then you're gonna dress the way you want to dress and dare somebody to come kidnap you. And guess what? Let me help y'all out with brutally honest information right here. It's going to happen. You're going to get kidnapped for dressing like that. You're going to be walking up the street, la-da-da-da-da, on my cell phone with tight clothes on, and next thing you know, you're going to be in a dark place because there's going to be a bag over your damn head. Because you think that I could dress half naked, nobody's going to do nothing. Can I walk outside with a pocket full of money, $2,000, just waving it around? Can I do that?
You bet not.
Why?
You're going to get robbed.
By who?
The first person that see you as being vulnerable.
It might be an old man robbed me.
I'm telling you.
And this is the thing. I'm a man and I'm self-conscious about what could happen if I was to go out with my valuables exposed.
That's heavy. With the valuable exposed.
To women, the valuable thing about us is money, when that's really not valuable to me. But to the average person in the world, they think money is valuable. If I go outside with a pocket full of money showing, then guess what? I'm going to get robbed. If you go out with your valuables, you think your breasts and butt is valuable. So if you go out with that showing all the time, eventually you're going to get kidnapped and somebody going to take your valuables. Men don't run around flashing money. And then the men that do, they end up getting shot and robbed. I don't care how tough you think you is. If you the hood nigga of the century and you want to go out and flash your money, I'm in the hood, I got all my jewelry on, I ain't worried about nothing. Them niggas be the first ones to get killed. They die faster than the nerds die. The nerd end up going to a damn job, making $100,000 a year and still got his money. The so-called street nigga that want to flash all his money ends up shot and dead within 5 years acting like that. Shorter than that, probably a couple of months. Once everybody get hip to you having money, it's only a matter of time. You're going to be like Tupac. I see death around the corner.
You're right, Alawan. You
all eyes on me. Go ahead.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. The time is coming and is here that this one-time behavior is going to cost you. The Most High is not going to allow you to keep thumbing your nose in his face by your behavior.
And then guess what? I like what you said. The scripture says, tempt not the Most High. Do not tempt the Lord. You know how you tempt the Lord? Satan told somebody that, I think it was Christ, jump off this mountain.
God.
Like, all right, jump up. If you got faith in the Lord that he gonna save you, jump off this mountain. Do something dangerous so the Lord can save you. And then what happens is you do it and end up dead. What else? You ain't supposed to tempt the Lord. Don't tempt the Lord and walk out the house with $10,000 in your hand talking about you protected by God in a poor city. Nigga, you're gonna end up dead as a doorknob. Go ahead. I ain't mean to cut you off.
You absolutely right. Because this speaks to, if I could, this speaks to things I've been hearing, brothers, for the last 7-8 years. Speaking to, well, how do she dress like that and expect not to be treated the way brothers in general treat her? You see what I'm saying? And it's not just brothers. And the only reason you even dress like that is because Hollywood tells you to dress like that. The Kim Kardashian, the Megan Thee Stallion, the Sexy Reds, and all that. They tell you to dress like that. They tell you to dress like that. And you think because they got a little money from whoring themselves to the music industry that it makes sense. You went to school to be a substitute teacher. Now, it ain't like you need a bachelor's degree. In Michigan, you don't. You need an associate's degree, and you can be a substitute teacher. But the fact is, you went to school to teach ABC 1, 2, 3, and yet you come in here like you auditioning for what's that modeling show they used to have with Tyra Banks back in the day?
I think America's Next Top Model, is that it?
That's it. Next Top Model. You come to, you're not here for that. And then on top of all of that, you are, and I'm gonna throw it in your face, you are an Israelite. You are an Israelite. You cannot dress like that and think the Most High is not gonna get you for it. Y'all, right now, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Right now, today, in 2025, so many of the sisters are running around wanting to know what the hell that happened to their hair. Does it happen to their hair? And it's falling out. They're getting scabs in their head. And do you know that the Bible told you, because of the way you carry yourself, including the way you dress, that this is going to happen? And if you think I'm lying, turn over to Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah 3. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Lament. Okay, here we go. This is Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16. And I want the other sisters that got, especially if you got daughters at home, let them hear what the Most High. This is truly in the Bible. I know they don't teach you this. They don't read this in the Christian church. So here it goes. Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. That means you dressing, you doing everything, you moving in such a way that you trying to attract all this attention. He say, therefore, since you got to be like that, verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite thee with a scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. You see what I'm saying? The Most High, that's what's happening when you dress like this. You run and you start. Watch this. You start at school. You go to school. You call it your job. Then watch this. Friday rolls around. You want to run out to the club. You dress in the same way, but you don't know that what we call them in the hood, Ray and TJ. Even though they're just 16 and 17, they know somebody, so they in the club too. And they gonna pull up on you just like you, any old woman, any old gal they trying to holler at. Come Monday morning, you got no respect at school.
No, matter of fact, they don't even have respect. They don't have respect at all. A lot of women now that you're saying this word respect, a lot of women be dressing the same way she do and be wondering why, oh, he didn't even ask me my name. And he didn't even say hello. Why should he treat you like a lady when you dress like a slut?
Exactly. Good question. And you see the scriptures back up what we're saying. Go back.
If you dress like a lady, you might get a gentleman, ladies and gentlemen. If you dress like a bitch, you might get a nigga. Now, I ain't saying nigga in that term, but you know what I'm saying in the context. But you dress like a slut, you're going to get a whoremongering person that looks for whores. You're not going to get a husband that takes care of his wife. No, you're not getting that dressing like that. The way you behave is what you're going to get. Now, even look, they even had Sexy Red, right?
Go ahead, sir.
They had Sexy Red. She dressed up in a dress. And for about 3-4 days, people was Sexy Red had a blue dress on, covered up from head to toe, looking like she became a Muslim woman or something.
Right, the hijab.
Yeah. So for 3-4 days, brothers was like, see, I knew she would turn around. Look at her. She looks beautiful. And then about 2 days later, a twerking video came out of her in that same damn dress twerking.
Outfit.
And niggas like, oh, hell. It ruined the fantasy that they had, huh?
I said back in the day, the older fellas used to tell us you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? And guess what? That's why you ain't getting approached to be somebody's wife.
Nobody wants you as a wife. You don't understand that? You look like a hoe. So you get treated like a hoe. You wonder why the man, he was nice at first and then everything went downhill after we had sex. Duh, dummy. How long did it take for you to have sex with the dude? 3 days or 1 day?
That night.
That damn night.
Remember, he bought her a couple of drinks. It was on and popping.
Yeah, he bought her drinks and it was on.
And he had a car with some, well, I don't know if they still do spinners, but he had a car that she thought was cute.
They got spinners that sit still. Like while you driving, the damn car, it looked like you sitting still and ain't going no damn where, but the rims they got, they different.
You see what I'm saying? He got 2 things. He bought her 2 drinks and let her ride in his car. And you're dressing like a slut. So, I mean, he just figures easy. Dressed like that, it got to be easy. You know, it got to be easy. He's going to figure, that's what he's going to think. Oh, she's easy. She's easy. And so he's going to approach you as if you're easy. But if you follow what the Most High say, we're going to give it to the short version again, 1 Timothy chapter 2, starting at verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn mean how you dress. Okay? Adorn themselves in modest apparel. It don't in clothes that don't necessarily accent what you're working with. It don't mean that you're not working with anything, but accent that you don't have to accent that. In modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. And understand, that's what the Most High see. That's what the Most High see.
So I figured out how to get that. They StreamYard got scenes on here now.
Okay.
So we can show the story. Here go another story right here.
I
told this nigga I got 1 million followers. And if he don't stop, he going on the internet. And he said he don't care. He don't care. He finna keep beating up this young lady. Now, me calling the police ain't gonna do nothing. Ma'am, I already told this young man that he going on the internet. It's a kid right here. and he don't care. He finna keep beating up this girl.
Hold on, this nigga got a goddamn bonnet on with his weak ass. This weak ass man got a bonnet on watching a boy fight a girl. I told him I got 1 million followers, and if he don't stop doing it, you know, everybody gonna see you.
If this is his boy, he that ain't his friend. That ain't his friend, because he should have went to him and just stopped it. Go ahead,
Even his friend, he seen this is not his friend. This dude seen a couple or whatever fighting and got out of the damn car, and instead of breaking it up, pulled out a phone. No, got out of the car with a bonnet on, or whatever the hell he got on his head. He got his mama's scarf on, covering his head.
Yeah, I can't tell what that is, and it's a shame. I'm gonna show you.
Look at him.
Okay. Is that a Mickey Mouse ear or something?
Yeah, he got a bow in his head. This is a light-skinned nigga right here.
Okay, watch it. We resemble that, otherwise.
Look, he got out with a damn bow in his head talking about, I told him, watch this. Let me go back.
I told this nigga I got 1 million followers, and if he don't stop, he going on the internet.
I told him I got 1 million followers, and if he don't stop, he going on the internet. Now watch what happens.
And he said he don't care. He don't care. He finna keep beating up this young lady. Now me calling the police ain't gonna do nothing. Ma'am, I already told this young man that he going on the internet. It's a kid right here, and he don't care.
You hear what he said, ma'am? Ma'am, I already told this man. This is what happened when you get sucked off into America's political correctness.
Yeah,
when you think that I have to do this the proper way, and the way to fight against oppression is marching. You don't go out and tear up buildings. Ma'am, I told them to stop fighting. That's what happened when you get sucked off into another culture. Instead of being a black man, you end up trying to follow somebody else's rules of how they live life. Exactly. They don't even live like that.
Exactly.
You sucked off into a fantasy of how to handle problems, and that is not the way people handle problems. Let's keep watching. Watch this.
Care, he finna keep beating up this girl.
Come.
It's a kid right here. I hopped out of my car and told this man I got 1 million followers, and he going on the internet. And he said he don't care. He finna keep beating her up. Hold up.
This another thing about this dummy. Like the boy was gonna say, "Oh my God, you have 1 million followers. I don't want anybody seeing me." He beating her in broad daylight in front of everybody. Dummy.
In front of everybody. Calm.
Our people is mentally sick in the damn brain.
A little slow.
Look at him. No. Oh, good. I get you. Come here, baby.
Thank you.
Come here, mamas. Come here, mamas.
Y'all please stop.
Ain't this about to be?
Ain't that serious, is it?
I don't.
What baby is this?
What you mean? Tell her let go of your hair, bro? You keep smacking her. What you mean? Let go of his hair? No. Oh, his no. Oh, his no. You see? You see? No. 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 Stop recording.
Uh-oh.
Let go. Stop recording. Y'all stop. Stop. Y'all see what's going on. Check me out. Listen to me.
Now, guess what? A dude hopped out, pulled out a gun on the dumb nigga that got his phone out. Everybody in the comments, oh, well, he was wrong. Pull out a gun. Yeah, that serves the purpose. No, people are tired of seeing idiots watch chaos go on with their phone.
Exactly.
That dude hopped out and was really wanting to beat the hell out of that man.
Both of them.
Yeah.
He wanted to beat the hell out of both of them.
Yeah, beat both of them niggas up.
Uh-oh, I got to jump out, otherwise my thing them froze. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, that's the problem, man. We got a serious problem with nonsense and sitting back watching stuff go on. We got a black boy beating on a damn girl. Then you got a effeminate man hops out recording everything. This how you know this is a deep thing about this. A lot of you women, you like homosexuals and, oh, that's my gay best friend. You don't understand that this gay dude hates women. He hates women so much, he envies women and envy the love that they get. He hate them so much he dress like them and he hate them. You think this gay dude loves women because he wants to be a woman? He actually hates women. That's why he sat there and watched you get beat up. Watch the woman get beat up. A lot of gay dudes are going to sit back and watch you get beat. And they're probably going to be the ones that was in on it. I done seen so many fights on the internet of homosexuals just watching a woman get beat up. One woman died from, I forget her name, but a few years ago, she died because 3 or 4 homosexuals went out on a damn cruise with her and was planning on getting her beat up, and they took all her money and spent her credit cards after they beat her to death. So a lot of y'all women, you love homosexuals. These homosexuals hate your guts. That's why
right.
You get beat. You remember that story when that woman got beat up by them homosexuals and she died?
I don't want Con. She was out of country.
They had broke her damn ribs and everything. I think she was in Dominican Republic or somewhere. She went out of the country and never came back, and they tried to cover up her death.
That's right.
They had broke her damn spine or something. What the injuries that was in her autopsy, it was like she had got ran over by a damn truck. They had beat her to death. Some man, some transgender, and a few girls just continued to beat on this woman. And then before you know it, hey, it was the end of the story. You women love these homosexuals. Look at this damn sodomite right here. He gotta be a sodomite to sit back and watch a girl get beat up by a boy. Look at him. This dude is a sodomite. You think they love you? What did he do? What love did he show by watching a little girl get beat up by a boy and recording it?
Right. When all he had to do was step in and act like he'd take the beating, and the dude probably would have stopped it. I'm not sure, but my camera done froze over here, Adawan.
It's probably your battery life on your phone, ain't it?
This is I'm on my computer.
What about now?
It's still froze.
Oh, you on your computer?
Yeah, I jumped in on my computer. It's still froze. I could probably have too many things open.
All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't want to be right back as soon as he get off that phone. We do got some more stories for you. I can see you can hear me because my avatar is acting up, is pulsating. But that takes us back to, if I could, I'm gonna get y'all another scripture. Believe it or not, all this stuff is covered. Everything we're seeing is covered in the scriptures. Everything we're seeing is covered in the scriptures. So let me pull this up here. Well, we was at 60 last time, right, Adawan? And Deuteronomy 28 and 60.
We ain't got to go in. We could get into the next story.
Khan. You got another one, Adawan? Or was that
No,
it on
I'm
that?
good. You got any?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got one. I'm trying to see which one of these, because it's time that we let folks see what's really going on. Let me see if this the one. Is this the right one? Let me see what it says. Okay. Khan. I don't want Khan. What in the world? Can you still see me, Adawan? Cause
I can't see you on the camera. All I can do is see the voice. The
voice thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if this fixed my camera right here. Nope, that still ain't fixed it, but that's okay. I'm going to bring this one story down. I'm going to share my screen. Now I'm going to just leave that title up there. Black churches back embattled Smithsonian African American History Museum after Trump's order. What y'all may not know is Trump told them to get your Black history, all that Black history stuff they got in the museum. He said, I want it out of there. It don't mean anything anymore, so get rid of it. And what I'm going to show you is, and we don't have to look at this particular story. Some of the stories I'm going to show you straight up what's going on. The next one I want you to look at here, what to say? Don't. This is not it. The next story. Here we go. Did that one come up? Let's see. Yep. Now we got that one shared. And you see right here, this story is about Trump. President Trump signals pardon for 2 DC police officers. This is for 2 police officers who were held responsible in the court of law for participating in the unaliving of a brother in DC. And one got 5 years, one got 4.5 years. And Trump, he has already pardoned them. He has already pardoned them. Just keep listening. Where we want to go next? Is it here? No, that's still the Black church. What's this one here? Nope. Oh. No, that's not it. Got to get one more big story with your boy Trump. Here it is. Let me pull this one up. Now this one says Trump promises his new legal army for police officers. This is for police officers. We're going to play a little bit of it. I'll play just a little bit of it.
Launched what you've called a war on showers. They had certain regulations that basically killed the water pressure of showers and other water appliances.
You can say it. Go ahead. What are the appliances?
I mean, it's everything, sir. Dishwashers, toilets, sinks. But the shower heads are a
There's
huge
no
deal.
water. You don't get water. It's ridiculous.
So with this executive order, we're effectively going to be reversing that set of regulations to ensure that Americans have choice in the consumer market. If they want a low flow shower head, they can buy one. If they want a real deal shower head, they should have it.
Shower or wash your hands, whatever you do, including dishwashers when no water comes out. But you wash your hands, and in my case, I like to take a nice shower
And
to take care of my beautiful hair.
here's the last
I
one.
have a shower for 50.
I showed you what title they put on there.
Right.
And then you see what he was talking about, right? And what I'm showing you is that this is the last one right here. Let me get back over here and share this one. So this is all heavy. And this one says, Donald Trump's new order sparks martial law concern. I threw that one in. We're going to listen to just a little bit of this. And I'm going to show y'all something. These are actual titles. I'm not mixing this up with anything. And this shows you the conspiracy. Let me stop this screen. This shows you the conspiracy to keep our people dumb. Certain things come up, certain things won't come up. And I see that camera is still out. Certain things come up, certain things won't come up. But Donald Trump has, in the last week, he signed executive orders that put better equipped and more policemen in the hood. Why do I say the hood? Because he's aiming it at the cities. He's aiming it at the cities. When that one brother got sent down to Nicaragua, Venezuela, he told their president that the homegrown terrorists are going to be next. I showed you the thing about the black church because the black church has never helped you with anything. The black church has only, I'm going to show you now one more time. The black church has only cared about themselves. They've only cared about themselves. And it's about their pocket, the people that run the black church. It's about their popularity and all that. What has happened is that Donald Trump has turned the United States into a police state. You're going to see, and I'm going to use my age when I say this, because I've seen this before. You're going to see tanks and military people running up and down your streets in Detroit, Chicago, New York, L.A., Atlanta. Atlanta ain't but a hop skipping away from it. You understand? And they got military bases close to every city. I just named. In California, they got Fort Ord. New York, what is over there? Fort Drum. In Georgia, down by Atlanta, they got Fort in Columbus. They got a military training base in Columbus down there. Fort Benning, Georgia. Up near Detroit, they got, of course, we got Selfridge Air Force Base. Donald Trump was just over there, told him he's going to give them 16, 20 new planes. All of this is to buy the people who you thought was going to stand up against the hell that's getting ready to come against you. As you walk around here clapping your hands in the churches, as you walk around here, you don't know how to dress when you go to work. You walk around here taking pictures of girls getting beat up by men on the street, right? And all in the meantime, right, this man called Donald Trump, who touts that he got black voters to vote for him. He went and got the Harvard people to vote for him. He got the Latinos to vote for him. And now he's turned against all of them.
And guess what? It's another scripture that says about money, like refuse a gift. What do it say? A gift destroyeth the heart.
A gift destroyeth the heart.
The script. What is the scripture before that? It say a gift destroyeth the heart, and what?
I'll pull it up.
A gift destroyeth the heart, and it was something before that. Let me see.
I'm live.
That's what people got to understand.
It says, surely, this is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression gonna make a wise man mad. If you look at the history of our people, we're going through oppression. Oppression is not a one-time event. Oppression is a continuous thing.
God.
You're being oppressed. You're going through oppression. Like, just like somebody says depression, they don't say they're depressed. They're going through depression, meaning it is a continuous thing.
Right.
And oppression make a wise man mad. This stuff that's been happening to us, that continues to happen to us, would make a wise man mad. Somebody with a brain would be mad.
It's mad as hell.
Only a dummy would be satisfied with America going out and voting and all of this dumb shit because they want to sit back and love this country that their ancestors hated.
Calm. I don't want calm.
Oppression make a wise man mad, but what?
It says, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
A gift destroyeth the heart. You got a stimulus check from Donald Trump, and you figured, see, Donald Trump loves black people. He hood, and he fires people and hang out with celebrities. He loves black people. See, and then guess what? Them same niggas, it was niggas with MAGA hats on. I bet you they ain't gonna wear no MAGA hat after they get done taking, after Donald Trump get done, you get caught with a MAGA hat on, you might get shot. Because what Donald Trump getting ready to do, and guess what? You might get shot by the police, not even the niggas that hate you wearing the MAGA hat.
I don't want car.
Because they might not even have the right to have guns anymore after he get done. And then the thing, you niggas that used to wear them MAGA hats, a lot of y'all gonna be getting pulled over, stopped and frisked, and thrown in Rikers Island or some shit.
Because he surely brought stop and frisk back.
Yeah, he definitely brought that back.
Now watch this. If I could,
Go ahead.
If they think I'm lying, share my screen again. I'm gonna let. I'm gonna let this one play. I'm gonna actually let this one play. Listen to this. Is a congresswoman. I don't know which one. Oh, Jasmine
Crockett. She been snapping on them, but you know she got a level of arrogance to her that before we even get into it, she got a level of arrogance to her that makes her think her black mouth is cared about in that White House.
Yeah, she haven't figured that out.
She gonna figure that out in a minute too.
Yeah, cause they gonna come for her too. Here we go. Watch this.
So yes, excuse me. I know I look tacky, but this is my jacket because I'm about to head out for a second to do votes. But I wanted to make sure that I told y'all what just happened. So I've been in oversight forever today, but now we are in our markup and it is in judiciary. And let me tell y'all what they just voted for. I want y'all to take a guess. Okay. Y'all probably not gonna guess it because it don't make sense. But if you think of the most ridiculous thing that they could do, okay, I know that that's really hard too because everything that they do is quite ridiculous. But literally, they just voted. They being the other ones, not us, because we were all on the right side of history. They just voted to give Trump the ability, legally, to give him the ability to deport U.S. citizens. That is what they voted for. A bunch of elected to deport U.S. citizens. To deport U.S. citizens. That is what they voted for.
I'm coming back over here. This is crazy. Understand?
So think about this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Khan. This is a Congresswoman, Jasmine Crockett, that just came on her. That's on her phone. You see, that's on her phone. And she said, I want to let y'all know that the U.S. Congress has just voted on this special committee to give Donald Trump the power to deport U.S. citizens. Who do you think he's going to deport?
Whoever the hell they want to.
So
most likely black people,
Hispanics, and Native Americans.
And guess what? This is the crazy part. You remember how the last few elections you got all of these laws passed that didn't nobody really think was getting passed. They didn't know they voted for all that.
Right.
And this is the dangerous part. When you go out and vote, first of all, you shouldn't even have to vote for somebody to do the right damn thing. That's the first damn thing. Number two, when you do vote, you're not only voting for the good stuff, you're voting for the bad too. They'll tell you Donald Trump is a racist. He's a criminal. And he's getting ready to do this and he's getting ready to do that. And it's going to be bad for America. But then they'll tell you, well, Donald Trump is good on economics and he's good on this. So not only did you vote for the good economics and the businessman and he getting ready to do this, you voted for a criminal racist that would do anything to maintain power and money and wealth. So now, even though you voted for an economic savior, you still, in the back of your mind, when he does do something criminal, you ain't going to really be shocked and surprised because you voted for that anyway.
Exactly. I got one more. I need him to see, Alawan.
Go ahead.
You should see it say Trump turned civil rights upside down in the biggest rollback since Reconstruction. I'm gonna read a little bit of this.
Hold on, let me get that story because I haven't seen it. Let me add that in there. I want you to start over. I'm gonna say one thing because this wasn't on the screen. I'm gonna say one thing. You know how she just said that law or said that bill that was passed?
Comic-Con.
Most likely people going to forget about it. This is how slick and crafty that the white man is. The scripture says he was the most subtle beast of the field.
That's right.
They can do something and change a bunch of laws and it gets no publicity.
None.
And what'll happen is, even if somebody come out and say, hey, he just did this is amazing. Everybody going to forget about it 2 days later, and then it won't be remembered until they use it against you, which as a weapon.
Oh, God, and it's coming.
So everybody going to forget the fact that he just gave Trump the ability to deport U.S. citizens whenever he wants. They're going to forget about that. And soon as a prominent figure gets locked up and sent somewhere, then everybody going to be looking, oh, man, they did this 3 years ago. How did we not know this?
Look, I am not going to be upset personally if they decide to look and say, you know what, we don't need him influencing nobody else. Get Diddy's ass out of here. You see what I'm saying? If they send Diddy,
he don't influence you. He just rubs baby oil all around you. And if you try to step up, Diddy got enough money to just spill baby oil all around where you at. And if you try to run, it ain't nothing but baby oil on the floor. You can't go nowhere.
You're going to slip and fall.
You're going to slip and fall right into his bedroom.
But what they're getting ready to see is that the money don't mean a thing. Can you hear me, Artemon?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, the money don't mean a thing anymore. We as a people, them fell for between the Christian church and Hollywood. We chasing dollar bills. We're not chasing the Most High. We chasing dollar bills. And in your face, while you chasing dollar bills, while you, Shalaki, you're trying to be like Mike, you're trying to be like LeBron, trying to be like Sexy Red, Donald Trump has turned civil rights upside down, they say, in the biggest rollback since Reconstruction. And if y'all don't remember when Reconstruction was, we're talking the 1920s, back then, the 1919s, Reconstruction right after slavery. You see what I'm saying? Let's see what they've got to say in the story. This is a CNN story. Say the government under President Donald Trump is bending the arc of U.S. history in a new direction, away from civil rights focus, away from the civil rights focus of the past 60 years. The 60 years of rights have been wiped out in the past week, in the past 10 days. They're gone. The Voting Rights Act, gone. 1954 Brown versus the School Board of Topeka, that's gone. Every right that you thought you had, you just now found out it was a privilege, and they took it away from you.
People should have known they didn't have no rights when these cops killed innocent black people and got away scot-free with it.
Well, what if I could, Adam, what happened is when they killed unalived all them people, everybody from what's the boy down in Florida, the young boy in Florida that they unalived, the Edomite unalived, shot him.
I can't even remember, man.
Not George Floyd. He was up in New York. It'll come to mind because we got right down here by where I live at. They got a building with his picture up on it. But the brother that was in the car that got unalived in front of his girlfriend, Sandra Bland, the other sister that called the police and said, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. They shot that sister dead in her house. And y'all thought that was just things happening. The sister just told you that Trump can send you overseas. And the reason that's important is because they have this act or law, it's called the 14th Amendment. It say the 14th Amendment that they can't do that. And now you don't have rights under that amendment. But let's look at some more what this story say he's done. Addressing or even acknowledging racial injustice towards people of color is out. This according to CNN. They say separating church and state is out.
Now, I want to know what that means. What does it mean to separate church and state?
Okay, got it. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen with that one. Separating church and state in America, they have on the books that church and state must be separate. They brought that in early, and what they mean by that is mean that the government cannot tell you that you must go to a Catholic church or that you must go to a Presbyterian church. The government can't tell you who to pray to. This is their law. The government can't tell you where to go and worship or how to worship so long as you are not physically harming in a criminal manner somebody else. Example, if part of your church doctrine is to go dance in a box full of rattlesnakes, they will put you in jail if you take your child in that box of rattlesnakes with you, because snakes bite and kill. But other than something that wild, the government, according to the laws of the United States, don't have nothing to say about what you do in your worship, who you worship, or how you worship. When they say separation of church and state is out, that is because Trump has signed an executive order that is going to reverse, he says, the so-called prejudice rhetoric against Christianity and against the Jewish people.
So summarize it for people who from the hood that might not understand.
Basically, church and state, you can worship how you want to. But since Trump has signed this executive order, he can now tell you that you can't go to the Muslim mosque. He can tell you that you cannot, he can legally tell you that you cannot call yourself a church and be a Hebrew Israelite. He can tell you that only Christians and Jewish religion is allowed. And if you say or go against that, he's going to lock you up. He has that power to do that now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep reading. This says it right here in this article. They say, addressing or even acknowledging racial injustice towards people of color is out. Separating church and state is out, according to Trump. Exposing anti-Christian bias and being anti-woke is in. The Department of Justice Division, created by the landmark 1957 Civil Rights Act to defend Americans' rights, has a new mission: rooting out anti-Christian biases, anti-Semitism, and woke ideology. The head of division, Harmeet Dillon, recently told conservative commentator Glenn Beck. Now, Glenn Beck is conservative. You might have heard of him a few years back. He done got old now. But what he said, what they told him, is that all this stuff is out. The black Christians, you are in trouble. Black Christians with big mouths are definitely in trouble. You understand? They are coming for you. When they say that stuff is out, it's down to the point, you know, in some countries, they got it on the books that if you speak something religiously from the Bible that they don't want you to speak, it begins with a 30-day stint in prison. You understand that, Christians? So you keep sitting up here, and you Christians, and you keep following the and I'm talking blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You keep following the Christian church. And
you hear me?
Salaki, sir?
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm finna make a phone call.
I don't want con. I got it covered.
All right.
If you keep following after the Christian church, their protection has been taken away. They can no longer, they haven't protected you, and now they will no longer attempt to protect you. Understand? You think that was something when that boy went down there and shot up them people in that church? That's nothing. That's only the beginning. You think it was something when the person came out of church and ICE was right there waiting to deport them? That's only the beginning. And the reason I can tell you that that's only the beginning is because we have seen this before. Well, we have seen this before. Go back over here. I'm gonna bring that up and take a look. Take a look at that. Take a look at that head. Trump turned civil rights upside down in biggest rollback since Reconstruction. We're gonna read a little more. A majority of the lawyers at the Civil Rights Division, people who got jobs there to ensure equal access to the ballot box, are expected to resign with pay until September. They have walked out. Over 100 lawyers in the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department have left. They walked out because they know. And when they walked out, they didn't tell you because they know there's nothing they can do. Why? Because Donald Trump has already hired the other lawyers, the top lawyers in the country, to go pro bono to defend the policemen, to defend the military guys that's going to be in here unaliving you, that's going to be in here putting you in buses, shipping you to an airport. And it's crazy. In Detroit, they can do it without you even leaving the city. You know, we got city airport right over here, right? and the planes out of there are big enough that they can fly out of there. He said at a White House, I'm gonna keep reading, at a White House cabinet meeting Wednesday, secretaries repeatedly sought praise from Trump for purging diversity efforts from the government. You understand that? Everybody in that meeting they had Wednesday was patting Donald Trump on the back and telling them how terribly they gone through here and wiped out diversity and attacked people of color. They said, we're not organizing money based on color of skin, said the agriculture secretary. If you're having DEI policies, we're not going to fund your project, said the transportation secretary, bragging about how the administration will use taxpayer dollars to kill diversity efforts in states. Office of Management and Budget Director Russell Vought told Trump the administration had forgiven money a Chicago lender paid as part of a discrimination lawsuit or settlement. We've ripped wokeness out of the military, sir. DEI and trans, as it's Fort Benning down in Georgia and Fort Bragg, what's that, North Carolina again at the DOD. You see that? It's Fort Benning and Fort Bragg again at the Department of Defense. Head said Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, referring to bases that again share names with Confederate generals. Fort Benning and Fort Bragg are Confederate generals. They're letting you up. They're letting you know that it's coming. That it's coming. What you saw, what you hear about Martin King going through and the people of civil rights being dogs turned on them, that's nothing.
Shit, they might sick dogs on you again.
I'm saying that was nothing. What they got for you, if I could, otherwise, last one. And this is the last one I'm finna pull up. And y'all gonna listen to what I read. Yep, that's it. Listen to this. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party used the Reichstag fire decree enacted on February 28th, 1933, to suspend many key civil liberties in Germany. What did they say Trump did? Trump turned civil rights upside down in the biggest rollback since Reconstruction. You see that? They suspended. This decree was used as a pretext to impose a 4-year state of emergency, which curtailed the civil rights of the German people, including the freedom of expression and the right to hold public assemblies. The police were also authorized to detain citizens without cause. Look at here. If I could, otherwise, I'm telling you straight up, Trump has turned America worse than what was happening to the people that thought they was trying to get civil rights. He turned America into Nazi Germany, and this is just the very beginning of it.
And guess what? That's why he did that Nazi symbol, huh?
You saw Elon Musk do that Nazi symbol. Now you know where we are.
Now you know what that means.
Exactly. Now you know what it means. See, maybe you didn't know what Hitler did to get Germany to kill 6 million Jewish people. But understand those 6 million, that number doesn't count us. It includes us. Some of us that was over there. It does include homosexuals, and it does include
damn, hold on, brother.
Yes,
I gotta cut I gotta cut in on this one because think about this. When you said homosexuals, this is why. All right, man. Let me break this down. Black people, we don't have a military.
That's right.
We're not thinking warfare strategy like.
That's right.
We're not thinking like that because we don't have a military. And guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with no military, they need to be saved. They don't need a person with a military to protect them. Don't need salvation.
That's right.
Because how do you know they don't need salvation? Their military haven't been defeated. So why would they need salvation if their military has not been defeated? Our military got defeated a long time ago. And when you mention homosexuality, we don't even know the warfare that's being put on us. They put homosexuality on us with a so-called black president, made a ton of men weaker than they already were. They was already weak from worshiping white Jesus and serving the Roman white Catholic Church. Now they're even physically weaker by being homosexuals and simps under their wives. Now it's time to enact a Hitler phase on black people now.
That's right.
While you at your weakest.
And I only hope, if I could, Adamant, our only hope is returning to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's the only hope you got. Because a lot of conscious nutcases that wanted to battle Captain Cesariak years ago are defeated and destroyed and body bagged.
That's right.
You didn't come up with no damn solution for black people. After 5 years of talking to you, who the hell want to listen to you talk about a bunch of dead-ass Africans and our people are dying and being forgot about? Our people are dying and being forgot about. You talking about dead Africans that you can't forget about.
Right, right.
Don't nobody want to hear that nonsense. So they didn't come up with any solutions to help us. We the only people that got solutions, and the only hope is serving Christ. Because you can't hope for bullets and guns. They got bombs and missiles to stop you with bullets and guns. You can't get caught trying to create no bombs and missiles because they'll find out and stop you. Exactly. So you can't go to war with them. You can't get money and try to be some millionaire because Diddy and all of these other millionaires are getting robbed by white people. Because all you got to do is say, hey, you did something wrong. We're taking all of your money. You get mad enough to do anything, they shoot and kill you with their military. They could take millions away from every celebrity and every powerful black man that you got, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it because you don't got guns and you don't got a military and you can't fight them carnally. You cannot physically fight somebody that already got bigger weapons than you. But who does got bigger weapons than the white man? The Most High in Christ and the angels.
That's right.
And they're not going to fight for a sinner.
No.
They're not fighting for a sodomite. They're not going to fight for a robber. The angels in the Most High is not going to fight for a hoe that's running around naked cussing her God out, which is her husband. Your husband is your God, dummy.
That's right.
So that's the only hope that we got. Say something else. What? Fighting disease, they'll poison you with disease. You ain't got the most doctors. You're not even going to go to school and get education because they're going to stop you. There's no other warfare strategy you could come up with besides following the Most High in Christ.
That's all we got. And we are trying to warn our people. I'm going to show you something that's ironic as hell. Trump is finna give the police force military equipment, and he's already authorized the military to come into major cities. And this is what he says. He say black folks want him to do that. And I bet you we have those who are listening who would say, well, yeah, crime is pretty bad. And I said, well, you sure crime is as bad as they say it is? Well, yeah, Detroit is so dangerous. Didn't you just hear of the little girl that just got found out in Southfield and la, 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 la? Let me show you this. Let me show you this.
And I got a scripture for what you. All right, before you go to that, I got a scripture. Fear not him that's able to kill the body, but not the soul.
That's right.
Because what they're going to do is do a lot of killing. And the spirit that we got to have is what, Mashah? Finish my thought.
The spirit we have to have?
Yeah.
We have to have the spirit of Christ on us. We have to have the spirit
No,
of the
I'm
Lord.
talking about something that already happened. That's true. We got to have the spirit of Christ, but it's a whole nother spirit that we got to have when it comes to the death we're getting ready to receive in this wicked kingdom.
No, we not to have the spirit of fear.
We got to have that same spirit that the Maccabees had when they tried to feed them that swine.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you.
Them brothers had so much of the spirit of the Lord on them, they don't care about no. Fear not him that's able to kill the body, but not the soul.
That's right.
You could kill my body all day, dummy. You think I care? You think I care about flesh? Guess what? You're not going to be able to kill my spirit. I'm going to reincarnate back into the earth with the same damn spirit, fool.
That's right. I'll be back.
I'll be back. That's why the Maccabees laughed at them while they was trying to kill them.
So what? You going to kill me? That's all you going to do? Okay.
Is that all you're going to do is kill me, you idiot? I told you was carnal.
You see?
That's how strong we got to be. We got to be extremely strong. Because we done tried to warn you. All y'all think is we black nigga Israelites running our mouth on the corner. You're going to be getting your mouth punched in on the corner by a white person. All of that, the white man is the devil that we tried to tell you. Now you're going to realize that we was telling the truth and you were an idiot.
All the time. You was being an idiot. Absolutely right. And like I say, it is black folks right now, when they hear about, well, Trump finna do this with the police, it's black people. So, well, yeah, the cities are real bad. And I say, take Detroit for an example. Take Detroit for an example. Let's see how bad the crime, things are in Detroit. According to Detroit, this is from the Detroit website. Can you still hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is the Detroit website. You see the symbol up there in the top right?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the story. For some reason, your phone don't pull up the stories or your computer don't.
Yeah, they're up. It's up.
I mean, I got it. I got to add it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me know. Let me see.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Detroit partnerships result in another historic drop in violent crime in 2024. Fewest homicides since 1965. Shootings and carjackings plummet. Detroit is as safer now, as safe as it was in 1965. But this man say he's getting ready to send the army into Detroit. Let's look at these real close. Preliminary numbers show Detroit ended 2024 with 203 criminal homicides. That's down 19% from last year's 57-year low, down 33% since 2022. Non-fatal shootings are down 25% in 2024, cut nearly in half from 2 years ago. Carjackings are down 16% in 2024, capping a 71% drop since 2015. What I'm trying to tell you is that this is what your news and your church leaders are not telling you. They are not telling you that this man is getting ready to send the army, the National Guard. He's finna wage a war against cities. In Detroit, all the statistics are lower than they were in 1967 when the last Detroit riots took place. You understand? All the criminal statistics are lower, and yet Trump is still sending these folks in. I'm telling you, the Christian church will not protect you. Brothers, that Muslim mosque is not getting ready to protect you.
And this is the thing. What is the Christian church supposed to do? They're supposed to spiritually counsel the people from even being criminals and drug addicts.
Exactly.
When somebody, I know brothers that ran off in church that was in the streets, the church ain't do shit for them. They continued to watch football on Sunday.
Exactly.
The church is supposed to stop crime and stop criminals from being born by creating healthy families, not just, let me help this one person out from being a damn drug addict. Let me create an environment of good.
And it's amazing. You absolutely right, Alawan. It's amazing when they show, there's in one of the news things they show a church. I got one more for you, and I'm gonna throw this at you and show you how crazy this is. This is a news story out of Atlanta, I believe it is. I think this is the one. Oh yeah, here we go.
In Atlanta, several civil rights groups are coming together, calling out the Trump administration's executive orders. Our Ron Jones is here with more on that.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. So several major civil rights groups are now shedding light on what they are calling harmful policies and executive orders during President Trump's first 100 days. So today, the Southern Poverty Law Center, Common Cause, and the League of United Latin American Citizens held a news conference at Big Bethel AME Church, and they talked about policy changes in education, healthcare, and the economy, and a whole lot more. And they believe that is actually Americans at risk. One teacher explained how cuts to education could seriously hurt students, teachers, and schools here in Georgia.
Federal education funding has never been just about dollars and cents. It's about that.
I can't take it. They didn't put that Edomite up front.
So, see, now they got her speaking for us. They got her dumb ass speaking for us. This is the problem. Now that these stupid ass black leaders see something is wrong, now let's go march. I just did a video about this the other day. I just did a brutally honest video about these black ass leaders that now you see something happening. Now we got to march. And before you know it, they're going to be telling us we got to do, we got to put some action down. We got to march down on Washington. To people that will blow your head off. You march to people that want you dead. That's what you're going to do. That's the solution. The solution is following God's laws, you stupid pastor.
That's right.
Dumbass solution is marching down. What did they say? Religious leaders?
Religious leaders.
Hold on, go back. I know I didn't hear what I heard. I know a religious leader, his solution was not something outside of the Bible to fix the problem. A religious leader decides to march instead of serve God.
Let me see.
Mashab, hold on. Let's go to that story. Let's go to the beginning of that story again one more time. I got to hear that again.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because I know I didn't just hear what I think I heard.
And it happened. Okay, civil rights. Okay. And here we go.
Back back here in Atlanta, several civil rights groups are coming together, calling out the Trump administration's executive orders. Our Ron Jones is here with more on that.
Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. So several major.
So it's civil rights groups. It ain't religious leaders, but most likely in those civil rights groups are religious leaders.
Well, look where they're having it at, Adawan.
Executive orders during President Trump's first 100 days. So today, the Southern Poverty Law Center, Common Cause, and the League of United Latin American Citizens held a news conference at Big Bethel AME Church, and
they held their news conference at Big Bethel.
See, and why did they do it at a church? Why didn't they do it? Where could they did this? Where could they have done this civil rights? What did they call that?
Big
conference.
Yeah.
Where could they have done this conference at other than a church?
This was. Oh, they could have done it at the school. They could have done it at the mall. They could have done it at a gym. They could have done it in a park. They could have done it
at the city county building or something.
City county building. But remember, the city, they might not can do it in the city county building because they'll lose their money if they support DEI and affirmative action and all that, you see. But here's the ironic portion. They doing this at Big Bethel AME Church in Atlanta. Go into the basement of Big Bethel AME Church in Atlanta and see if they got a press CAD clinic in the bottom of there. What am I talking about? In the 70s, because I grew up AME at Smith Chapel AME out in Inkster, and they got their money. They was able to keep that church. It looked pristine today because the church had a clinic in the bottom of it. In that clinic, even though it fixed your teeth, it gave you your booster shots, but it could direct you to an abortion clinic if a teenager came in there pregnant, or if a woman came in there pregnant and didn't want a baby, they could go to the press CAD clinic and they would direct them to the closest abortion clinic. And this is right in the church. So the church itself has never been protecting you. They've been part of the 40 million brothers and sisters that were never allowed to be born since the 1960s, the 1970s.
So Mashai, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we're gonna end it and get back on this story next week or more stories.
Khan, we can do other stories. That was the gist of that one. That the army is on its way, the police getting better weapons, and they getting better lawyers too. So when they kill you, or they unalive you, your people can spend all their money down there with Jeffrey Feige if they want to. They're gonna have much better lawyers than that. They
better off just paying for your funeral.
Pay for your funeral, and all y'all need to just come into the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under Commanding General Yohanan. Because I'm telling you, when the bullets start flying, when the billy clubs start flying, when the dogs come out and start flying, we got ours protected. We're gonna be protected by the Most High. I'm gonna look at you kind of strange, and you gonna be happy to see Captain Hadaryala and all, because they got the mercy. I'm looking at y'all while we out here on the street now, and I'm telling you, this thing that's coming has already been here before. I saw it. I saw how it came in. We showed you how it links back to Hitler. Officer Kodash pointed out, I had forgotten about him too, that Elon Musk gave you that Hitler salute at the beginning, right after Donald Trump won, or even during the campaign. He showed you that this was a Nazi thing that was going on. And here it is. It's in your face now. If you can't see it, my people are what do you say? My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
It's because you rejected knowledge. the Most High gonna reject you, and there's nothing that's going to be able to protect you from this onslaught that's coming.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. We'll tune back in with some more stories next week. We're gonna have a slew of stories, and we might even run our show longer.
If we got to get permission, I think to go longer than 2 hours.
No, we'll be good. It's on Sunday. We're gonna have this show going long because we're gonna have to drop more stories.
I'm
gonna get that figured out, and then we'll be good. Not necessarily you being there for 4 hours, but we could have Katab and a few other brothers come in, and I'm gonna have a voice recording, a podcast recording of the show to put on the radio podcast.
Right, because I'm going to say we can definitely broadcast live or a recording for the radio. That's
that's what's going to be getting done.
Excellent.
Yep. So, and then you bringing all of this history in, we definitely going to get in on that.
This ain't nothing new.
All right. All right. Shalom, Lord and Christ.
Shalom, y'all. But Shema Shabbat.
Yep.